Your plan? Fair enough.
Fresh fish! Freshly caught! Effigy's eyes! It looks at me! Ah!
Direct me.
Yes? Yes, my friend? Yes?
Your plan?
You must forgive, Zawa. I was not expecting you. Resting my eyes, I thought, waiting for the Malkachoa to bring me insight. It would seem I dozed. A good thing my master was not alive to see it. Are you real? Of course, I meant no offense, but I find it is best to ask when Malkachoa is involved. A small white mushroom. I have heard it called snowcap in these lands. It can reveal the true nature of many things. A teacher, not an owner. Zawa is a free man. Well, as free as any of us. I was freeing myself from vanity. Consider, how can one be vain who is bathed in the smell of dead fish? I had the idea when I passed this way earlier. I am pleased with the results so far. Yes, quite pleased. Gods, no. What a way to travel the world. The usual way is to smear yourself with the ashes of the dead. But they do not burn their dead here, so I have to make do with what the land provides. The cold seems to conquer the smell. Even now, the scent hides itself. From battle, yes. I left them upon my enemies. These were struck against fear. These against pleasure. These against hatred. Those down there against greed and doubt. And these were for vanity. I cannot take credit for all of them, but I did most of the good ones. I put them there in battle to remind myself what is real and what is not. Our worst enemies are inventions of the mind, pleasure, fear. When we see them for what they are, we become unstoppable. I feel I have been close, but never for more than an instant. In the moment when the pain is sharpest, the world becomes clear. In that, of course, I am fortunate to have suffered so much. If I did not suffer, I would not aspire to free myself from it. I would wander from one unfulfilling goal to the next. More wealth, a better station. My soul would wither. But to search for a place beyond suffering's reach is to nurture the soul, to harden it against the elements. Suffering is the greatest gift the gods have given us, their most beautiful, perfect creation. It is the hand that turns the wheel. I was visiting a monastery not far from here. I found it empty, but I met a messenger as I left. He carried a call for aid. Seeing that he would find no monks at the monastery, I chose to go in their place. Zawa is no longer young, but in combat he is still the greatest of the Takan people. It seemed only right that he should go. I would not say I am hired. I seek no wage, and I promise no result. I have chosen a path, and my spoils come from walking it. And this fortress, this Durgan's battery, its people are gone. Zawa would know why. If one wishes to swim, it is no time to argue with the current. We are here together in this moment because a perfect force has willed it. Who is Zawa to argue? I will walk with you so long as the gods wish it so.
Safe travels.
Zawa is ready. Yes?
Plan?
Yes?
Direct me.
Zawa is ready.
Direct me.
Zawa is ready. Zawa is ready. Zawa is ready. Yes?
Fair enough. Your plan?
Yes? What do you need of Zawa? The ways of the Nalpazga can make little sense to an outsider. We are the warriors of the Takan. Nobles, peasants, it does not matter. We are souls caged in flesh, nothing more. But it is one thing to say it, another to know it. So we train until we know it, or until we meet our ends. I give this answer because it is what you wanted, but the Nalpazga would say different. They would say that we are nothing at all. Perfection. Look around you. The world is perfect. Every being, every moment, every death. Rarely do we see this. We stumble through life, lost in distractions. Every practice of the Nalpazga is a reminder to stop stumbling, to know the perfection. Our practices are suited to our enemies, the things we hold to in fear of their opposites. Things like pleasure and vanity, even our own lives. We embrace discomfort. I knew a Nalpazga, Tamin, who slept on sharp boulders and kept his arm raised above his head for 2 years. The arm withered. One day it fell limp and became useless. But always it reminded him that pleasure and pain did not hold sway over his soul, and he became strong. Vanity is my favorite. You have seen some of it. You must become loathsome, disgusting. The Takan are used to our shit, but Deerwood has been far more enjoyable. A traveling noble offered his friendship to me as we crossed paths on the road. I blew my nose into his silken shirt sleeves, apologized, then vomited on his wife's gown when she expressed forgiveness. I was even beaten for it without having to ask. Work well done is truly its own reward. Fear of death is our enemy, so we bury ourselves with our dead. We live on the carrion and meditate for days, even as the worms burrow into our flesh. When I completed my trial, my master had me placed at the bottom of a mass grave to make sure his point was clear. In time, you come to know death. You accept its beauty and its purpose. You see its dark wisps, and the sight is pleasing in its way. So it is with all our enemies. Vanity is a snare that roots us to the ground. The way we see ourselves, the way others see us, these things are not real. They cannot be touched. The Nalpazga teachings reveal many such snares: fear, pleasure, doubt, hatred. They hold us back if we let ourselves be caught. Then you see only what is truly there, and you suffer no longer. You become as a god, seeing things as they do. If you can loose yourself from the snares, then you are free. I meet people on the road, and they pity me. I have come to find it endearing. They see so many scars, and they wonder, how can the man beneath not be broken? A scar is a wound that heals, a living reminder of our power over suffering. They cause no pain, only the echo of pain, which cannot hurt you. Show me a scarred man, and I will show you a man who can overcome. The Malkachoa? At any time, it is rare that I have not eaten some. When you first try it, it seems a beautiful fantasy. You see colors you have never seen, meet creatures that are not there. With practice, you see that all it does is show you reality, the essence of all things, how they are alike and connected. I have watched trees grow and wilt before me. I have tasted meat and known the animal's life as if it were mine. But the Malkachoa often causes the stomach to empty with great violence, so it is not for everyone. You would ask much of one who knows little. Most Takan have two choices. They can grow crops, or they can become Nalpazga warriors. I was the youngest of 5, a dreamer. The Nalpazga were always in my thoughts. They did not feel the same about me. 3 times I tried to join their ranks. 3 times I was refused. All that time spent dreaming, and I had not thought to prepare. I was lazy, uncoordinated, overweight. If they had not refused me, what shame I might have brought to them. They had no choice. Our high priestess had a vision. Malkachoa, plus some other shit, knowing her. No one put on a better ceremony than she did. She saw me as chieftain, leading a host of Nalpazga warriors to victory over our enemies, the Kechmatl. Our last chieftain had died over the winter. A new one had not yet arisen from the Nalpazga. So the timing was right. The next day they brought me before Ishipilo, the great master of the Nalpazga, and I became his pupil. I still trained with the other instructors, sparred and meditated with my Nalpazca brothers and sisters. I learned from all of them. But learning from Ishipilo was a chieftain's privilege. He knew the secrets that could grant mastery over reality, invincibility in combat. When a Nalpazca was deemed a worthy successor to a chieftain, greater than all his peers, Ishipilo would take him in, prepare him for the future. I would not be as I am now without his lessons. Not all of them. A story for another time, perhaps. One thing he did teach me was that the more you talk, the less you hear, and the less you hear, the less you have that is worth saying. Ishimidal is vast. Outsiders think of it as one land and its people as one people. But if you walk across it, you see that there are many Ishimidals. The Ishimidal that the Khan know is rich in soil and water. The crops seem to grow in front of you. We build our homes along the Aki River, and it is good to us. Though every so often it floods, so that the Khan do not forget their suffering. It would not be the rainy season without my neighbor Esley swimming after his escaped goats and nearly drowning. But home is an idea, no more real than justice or honor. I hope to share knowledge with the monks of the Thousand Dreams. Their monastery lies east of here. They are said to be seekers of greater truth, like the Nalpazca. But if they still exist, I did not find them there. Words are nothing but sounds. They can be weapons against us if we forget that. Using curse words often takes away their power over us. They're also a lot of fun to say. Zawa is ready. What do you need of Zawa?
Whatever is your wish.
Oh, it's working! Yes! I can't believe it! It's really... Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude. I'm Ista. I heard we have you to thank for clearing out the ogres. I'm glad Stalwart survived. It would have been a disappointing trip up here otherwise. My ore-locating divination tool. Well, that's what it will be. I have to calibrate it. Right now it seems to think you're a copper deposit. My Animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul essence might interfere. I'm more interested in minerals in any case. I suppose that's possible. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, unfortunately. I'm trying to recreate the instruments that first led the Pargrin dwarves to this mountain. This is my latest prototype. Centuries ago, dwarves carrying tools just like this one followed their readings to what is now the battery. If I can recreate their work, then I may be able to find ore deposits elsewhere. I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since. Oh, of course! A real field test is worth the investment. I just have to adjust the device. It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was hoping to get a reading of the surrounding mountainside. If you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device. Thanks ever so much for this.
Your plan?
I hope you've had some luck.
Your plan? Whatever is your wish.